Alright, I've got her glued together. What I have left now is just some seam filling. Let's turn her on and see what she looks like. Got her up and running. Let's dim some lighting here. Okay. I know the top has just got that LED sticking out because I'm not going to glue this on until I get my seam filling done on it. But the rest of the ship, this is what I've been waiting for to see. Let's cap that off because she's a bit bright. But she's glued up. Those engines are in there running. I can see some stuff I need to push down with a bamboo skewer in there. But I like the end results. We can see the engines are pulsing just fine in the video camera. And that's what I wanted to see. That's going to be very visible. I'm probably going to put the clear domes on here and frost them over. Although the kit supplied parts look like that. And then the domes sit on top of those. Here, let me pull the camera off the stand tripod so you can see what I'm talking about. Ooh, knocked that pretty hard. Right there. Okay. The kit supplied these parts and the clear domes mount over the top of them. I'm going to hollow those out and put the clear dome on top of that. I'm going to frost the clear domes with some paint too, so that they don't have an appearance to them. But she's starting to get there, and I'm liking the results so far. And keep in mind, this is 1/350 scale kit. Okay. Let's see. Just so you get an idea of how large this thing is, we got out a pack of 1/350 scale people. Right there. Now that's a 3D thing, so they fold in half. So you can see this thing is monstrously large compared to people's. So it's going to make quite an interesting diorama, to say the least. But I'm liking the results right now. Alright. I'll be back in a bit once I get some seam filling done on it. I'm going to let that cure up for an hour before I touch it. So I'm going to go edit together a video and put her on YouTube. Probably a Deslox Command Cruiser video. Back in a little while. Sorry, I'm staring at a beautiful camera woman. Give me a second to... Okay. We're here to talk about the Mercury 9. Alright? And I want to design the plan for the layout. So we have the Mercury 9 here. She's not done. Obviously, the second stage is still not attached. There's an LED sticking out. If I turn her a little bit, there's some wires sticking out. I haven't got the seams completely filled yet and done. They're about a third of the way done. But I got to get the layout set up because I've got a schedule set up, and the schedule says the layout for the diorama gets done now. Here's mission command. Here's the bunker thing. Some of you thought this was a bunker, but it can't be a bunker because there is a Humvee. Or a light truck. There's a heavy truck. Right here is a Cobra. And if you notice, the Cobra will almost fit inside that thing. So it's more like a storage shed, warehouse type thing than a bunker. Okay? Another for scale. This is a C-130 at 1/350 scale that I found on the internet. So you can see this is far too big to be a bunker for housing troops. It's more like a storage warehouse. So now we need to talk about layout, how I want things to go. This poster board, oh, ignore the Catzilla feed over here. This poster board is way larger than I want the diorama to be. That way I can lay things out, get an idea how big I want to make it, use my Sharpie to outline things, and I'll have my plan set up. Okay, so let's move the C-130 off to the side. And my trucks. Now, this is a star, so I want it kind of centered. Like this. Okay? I don't really need that on there anymore, so I'm going to pull that off. So I want that kind of centered. I want mission command off to the side. Okay? So she shows up. I want to put a runway down along here. Okay, so I want Mission Command here. Alright, and I want to have my C-130 sitting on the runway like this. Okay, so I'm going to write C-130 here. So I want my C-130 sitting here. Alright, I'm thinking about putting the bunker over here. I might actually cast that up and make a couple of them. Haven't decided on that, but it'd be pretty easy to cast that. A couple of trucks here. I've been trying to decide where to put the helipads. I'm thinking, and I might have to move everything this way a little bit, because I think I should put the helipads here, in here. I want 2 helipads. And looking at the Huey Cobra, that's about the right size for a helipad. I got a Sea King in the back and a couple others, and I'm going to have to size that up accordingly. I'm going to put the radar tower here. Okay, and this means this diorama won't be way freaky huge. I can probably get away with the diorama being about that big. Alright, and don't forget, I have to have a launch pad here with a fence all the way around that launch pad. Okay, I'm going to put a roadway running along like this. Okay, and it wouldn't hurt to put another one of these warehouses over here. Let's write that on here. So I need to make 2 more of these things. That shouldn't be too hard to do. Okay, I've got the equipment to do it with. So make 2 more of these, put one there. I want to put some sort of support here, like I've got a gantry for this thing, and I want a lighted fence around this. The helipads are going to have some lights. I'm thinking about putting some street lights on here. I still haven't tried the experiment to see if the street lights are going to work. Put some street lights along here. We're going to put some landing lights along the edge of the airport. That sort of thing. Some spotlights here. I need a spotlight shining on this thing, so we need a spotlight here, here. And there's one spotlight that goes on Mission Command. On the roof of Mission Command. So camera lady, what do you think? Think I got it laid out pretty good?
Oh yes.
I got plenty of little trucks running around and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I'm getting it laid out. I think this will work. So now I got to measure that out and go find a piece of wood that size.
Mm-hmm.
And I need to see if that'll fit on my shelves.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem is this thing's probably too tall to fit on the shelves.
No.
Don't
They're
think so?
movable, so.
True. But there's the idea for the layout. A couple of spotlights shining up here on this. I have some 1-350 spotlights. I have a whole bunch of stuff to make this look right. I even got a C-130. Don't ask me where I got it from. That's a secret. I'll explain where I got it from later, just not right now. I need to review all the things I got from them. But this is the plan. This is the layout. I think this is going to work. I think this is going to look really nice. Having a C-130 unloading right here. So it will look like it's an actual diorama. A little scene of the rocket ship about to go off and explore space. Mm-hmm. And just for fun, we might have to add a Catzilla in there.
Yep.
What you think, Tomo? You want to be part of the diorama? Huh? Or you just want a belly rub? Belly rub. That's all you want. I'm looking at the camera.
Say hi.
Yeah, that's not Thunderpaws. That's Tomodachi.
Oh no, yeah.
Alright, so that's my plan for the layout. Hope you guys enjoyed that segment. Hello, folks. Finally getting back to work on the Mercury 9. I stripped the paint off the Super Zinger pipes, and they're awaiting seam filling on the Mercury 9. They're going to get filled at the same time the Mercury 9 is. But before I do some seam filling, and I've been working the seams on this, and I found a few little things I don't like, but I've already discussed that. This thing, this is the upper stage. She's going to be lit. There are 9 windows to light in this thing, plus this little round disc. Okay? I'm trying some new experiments in lighting with this thing too, and I've shown it to you guys perched on top here with the power running. Okay? I want the circle, where is she at? I want that circle glowing blue. After taking a good look at it, I just thought it would look good if I could get that circle right at my thumb glowing blue. That was after I glued it together. Now I could give it a wash and get some blue paint in there and then mask that, and it's going to be a pain. Then I was sitting around thinking and remembered I have a lighting gel pack. Why don't I just cut a piece of lighting gel and glue it underneath the circle so that I have blue coming out. We're going to try that real quick. We're going to see what happens. These will take heat. They'll take everything. And this wasn't so expensive. I reviewed lighting gels the other day. Okay. So we're pulling the package open. Whoa. Yeah, that can go on the floor for now. We need to open this. So I got to get my trusty knives out. Give her a cut open. Lighting gels are very nice and separated with sheets of film between them to keep them from being scratched. Now looking at this circle, the circle isn't very big, so I don't need a big piece. So I'm going to cut off a piece a little bit bigger than I need. Put the rest of this lighting gel back in its package so it's not getting scratched up or damaged or dinged. And put it out of the way. So now I have my lighting gel. Okay? And you can see it's got a nice little blue tint to it, right? And it's very transparent. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some glue and I'm going to glue it down in there. And the end of this thing is open, so I can get up inside there with some tweezers, and I'll get her to glue in there just right. So I'll be back once I get her glued in, turning it on so I can show you what the end results are. Alright, back in a bit. Well, did a lighting test with the lighting gel. It doesn't let enough light through. Plus, it's really, really hard to get placed in there and stuck when you work from the back end. So I'm going to have to try to put the blue paint from the underside. Should be okay, but I got a load of glue in there to clean out. So I'll be back once I get the glue cleaned out. That was a disappointment, to say the least. But could be worse. You don't try, you don't learn unless you try. So I'll be back. We're at our hotel. Just want to take a look out the window. See what we can see. We got a room with a view. That we did. Of course, we got a good view of a good old parking lot down here. But you just look up a little bit and we got a really nice view. Freeway too. Even better view. Right there. Welcome to Boulder.
Really?
Now you can't see many of the mountains because we're down in the valley. Estes Park is 40 miles away. You can sure smell the pine trees though.
Mm-hmm.
Modern design on that. Don't know if I like it. Looks like something you bought at IKEA. It does.
It looks like California. It's
yeah,
exactly
that's part of the problem.
it looks like California. Really.